can never marry her. And then this guy goes on to say she has PCOS, or what other people would say PCOS, or PCOS is the general acronym. And then people have been bashing him for saying that in public. Now, in case you do not know what PCOS is, it is polycystic ovary syndrome. It is a condition in women. Yes, it is a condition in women. And we will be talking about that more elaborately so that you will understand. But we don't want to just base this conversation on PCOS, but on this question: is it fair to reject getting married to somebody solely because of a medical or health condition that you discover in them? And what is that thing that, like, we want to have very bold conversations, those very uncomfortable conversations, because you know that sometimes we shy away from certain conversations, and it's difficult for you to know what somebody has in mind as regards certain things until one day the person be like, oh, it's like somebody just pushed me into it. Now, if you go on X and see some of the comments, you would see that some people hold certain ideas or views about this PCOS, or maybe some people do not even know PCOS. But as much as we are talking about PCOS, the focus is on if it is fair to reject getting married to someone because of their medical condition. Just like this guy is saying that he would not get married to somebody that has a PCOS. And then some people are with him saying that it is the same way that women will reject getting married to a poor man, or reject getting married to a short man, or reject getting married to a fair man, and we prefer a dark man. That everyone has their choices and their preferences, and they should not be held to ransom for choosing what they actually want for themselves. So the conversation has been buzzing on X, and we want to bring it to you here today on radio. What do you think about this? But first of all, we are going to allow the ladies, they would contribute, and then we'll open the phone lines so that you can also be a part of it as well. So where do we start from?
So, let me start first. Like you said, it's his choice, but I don't think anybody should bash him for saying he cannot get married to somebody that have PCOS. So I think it's his choice. Him not wanting to be with a woman with that, he has his reason.
Okay.
Maybe he has seen the stress in it. The medical bill, the stress, the emotional trauma that the person might have put him through. So he made decision that I'm not going to be with this person. So he has his reason for it, and I'm not going to judge him for that. And at the same time, I think health issues should not be a reason why you would marry someone.
It shouldn't be a deal breaker.
Yeah, it shouldn't be a deal breaker, because this health issue we are talking about, people with this kind of health issue really need people more. Like, they need people emotionally. This is the time you're supposed to be there for them, not the time to just ditch them like, I can't be with you because of this, that. And this person is not the reason why they have it. It's not their fault that they have this issue. Yes. So I think this is the time the person need this person more. But he has his reason for saying he don't want. Maybe he has been through a lot and he's looking for a solution. He didn't see it, so he feel, if I can't get solution, so I don't think I can end up with this person because I don't know what I'm going to deal with more in the future. So it is idea, and I'm not going to judge him for that. But I think he should more, I think that he should be more reasonable. Like, yes,
You just said it's his choice.
It's his choice, but he still needs to be more reasonable.
Okay. What is love? Before you just, I don't understand the way people walk out of relationship these days. You can't fight for who you love. You can't fight to keep your relationship. Okay, let's say you've been with this person for years. Then the relationship is now moving to another level.
Okay.
Because of the trust, the person open up to you. And you now walk out of the relationship. I can choose to keep it and hide it. We marry. You spend your money, you waste your money, because when you discover it later, You might say I'm working out, but you've already spent, you've already waste your money, you've already married me. So because of that trust, this person choose to open up, and then the only thing you will do is, I cannot marry somebody with health issue. You cannot be with this person because this person open up to you. Okay, I know there is there are some other health issue, not even issue, like maybe somebody is AS, this one is AS because of giving birth to SS child, and
genetics.
Yes, it will start draining your money and everything. That one is understandable. We'll talk, me and you
It's
will
not
talk,
even
and
advisable.
now me and you will talk and we'll understand ourselves and walk away. This one is different.
Okay.
This person choose to open up to you. If I did not open up to you, you will not know. You understand? I might hide it. If I did not say I have this, you will not know. So I don't think something like this should be a reason you will leave somebody you claim you love, except you never love the person. I don't buy the idea of walking out of relationship because something like this.
In some situations, love is not enough.
Okay.
Like this PCOS of a thing, it can be cured.
No.
It
Not
cannot.
exactly cured. It
But
cannot
it can
be
be
reversed.
reduced.
Of course, it can be managed. It's a condition that is managed so that the symptoms are reduced. Okay, just before you continue, so some of the symptoms include, weight gain. You see them gaining a lot of weight, and then you also see them get a lot of hairs. Nigerian actress and media personality Stephanie Coker. She also has PCOS, and she's opened up about her journey with PCOS several times, where she's spoken about her struggles with IVF, trying to get a child, or even taking and everything, but she eventually did. But it was a difficult process for her. And then you also know this content creator called Maraji. She's currently pregnant with her third child. So it doesn't mean that if you have PCOS, you automatically are not going to have a child, but it just makes it more difficult, like a regular woman would, a woman that does not have PCOS would. So as much as we would say that it is managed, it cannot be exactly or permanently cured. So yeah.
If there can actually be, if you can stay with the person, like walk through this PCOS of a thing with this person, if you love the person enough, you can stay with the person. You people should fight it. Well, like you said, some actresses have this condition, and now they are with their third child. She can actually walk and also give birth if the guy in question like the lady.
A guy that already worked out, he did not like the lady enough to. Okay, I will not really blame the guy for working out,
Maybe
because there are some people that the kind of family you come from, and with the place we are now, our like, how will I put it, we are Africans. So once a lady is married, just give the guy's family 2-3 months, not even a year, they will start looking. You understand? So if you are from that kind of family as a guy, you know your family more than the lady, and you know this thing will bring problem between you, your wife, and your family. So instead of letting her go inside that trauma that your family will bring, you just open up and tell her, babe, it will not work, just go. Because as a mommy's boy already, we know you will not be able to stand it. Yes, because a full grown man that would not just stand up and say, I'm leaving my relationship that I've built for years because of this thing that she trusts me and open up to me, so I'm leaving this relationship. A grown-up mature man will not do that. The person will, some people will even say, okay, let's see how it will go. If we try and we did not get, we can adopt and still be together since the love is there. So as a mommy's boy, just make sure you open up and tell the girl, please, it will not work. Let me just be on my own. Let me look for somebody for producing machine, because most of our guys now, their own is, I'm not just marrying my wife because I love her. I'm not getting married for somebody to be my partner. I'm getting married for her to come and be giving birth to children. I feel this marriage of a thing is not just about giving birth to children. It's about us working together, understanding each other, being there for each other when we need each other. But A lot of them now, they're just marrying for children. When they have kids, it's finished.
There is this him coming online to say I'm not going to get married to a PCOS person. Literally make people not open up about it. They are not going to be honest about this thing.
Okay.
Soon. So I have a story to tell, and it's something that happened like it's recently last year November, right? So this girl opened up to this guy like, I have PCOS, like this is it. They said I have to go through treatment before I am able to get pregnant. Do you know that some months later this guy told him start misbehaving? So she was like, what happened? When he started misbehaving, the next thing she got from this guy, would they start having issues. So the next message she got from that guy was, not that you can even give me what I want the most, which is a child, and you are here misbehaving. So you see now, what I'm trying to say is that because of this issue that is going on, that people are not going to be honest about their health issue anymore. And I don't think people should make people feel bad just because of
certain conditions.
Yes, I want people to understand that walk with this person through this journey. If you know you are not going to walk with this person through this journey, there are ways you can tell this person, not coming online to say it, or even as going extent of sending a text message, a very harsh one. It's not nice. In as much as they said you are entitled to your own opinion or the way you want to do your thing,
your choices.
At least you sometimes you need to think about other people, because
when they said marriage is for better, for worse, these are part of the worst they talked about.
Yeah.
Challenges will come. Not even just money challenges. Things like this are the worst that you will see. You're just seeing outside of somebody. You don't know inside of the person. Even a lady getting married to a guy that we're getting married to you. We don't know your future. We don't know if you are going to be rich tomorrow, or you will still remain. You will just remain the way you are. So it's we are taking risks. You understand? Marrying somebody you don't know how tomorrow will be. You accept to marry the person is a risk. So if a lady can sacrifice this thing just to be with you, okay, you don't have future. I agree. I will build the future with you. I will take that risk. Let's see where this thing is driving us to. Then I accept to build this future with you. Then you cannot do something for me. Why? These people, a lot of men now are only thinking for their self. A lot of them, they act and play only on their own self. They don't even I don't know.
Should I say men are selfish? Men are selfish.
Some not, or because there are some that will stand with you in a situation like
even the one that will stand with you will remind you. Will remind you. You see, men, even the one, should I even say men? I think it's even both gender same this time around.
I feel that I don't know why a man will like coming out on social media to come and say, okay, my wife has this. I'm supposed to like keep a secret. Okay, imagine she's just like trying to test you with that. She be like, see the guy I trusted, see the way he betrayed me. As a man, you're supposed to like keep, okay, is this incurable? At least you and the girl will join hands together. I know that coming on social media to come and embarrass her so much, you feel so used. And for me, I feel that to marry someone with a medical condition, I feel is a yes, and somehow you know if you can stand with the person, if it's curable, it's a yes. But if it's something like hereditary, not to affect your unborn children, some children will die because
love is definitely conditional. So what happened to unconditional love?
I'm not sure there is unconditional love again. No.
When you say his family pattern is hereditary, it's not the lady's fault. It's different. You know, there are some STD that you will find out. You say she lived a wayward life to contact something like this. You have your rights. You have every right to live. And even if you tell somebody, nobody will want to question you. You understand? Because a lot of people, when she was young, maybe it's the life she lived when she was coming up. She lost her womb in the process of maybe doing something or something like that. But this is a different case. This person came to this world with this. So if you've been in this person's life, let's say for 5 years, and you discover you pushed her away. Another person entered, stay in this person's life for 3 years, discover and pushed her away. Another one came in, another one come in, stay in this person's life and discover the same thing and push her away. What do you think will happen to that person? She will not open up again.
But
No, she won't.
That's what I was saying.
She will not open up again. Somebody like me, I will even go to a special hospital, tell the doctor, any day I come here with somebody, any day I come here with a man to do this kind of test, let it comes out positive that I don't have it. You understand?
So
and
to
this
hide.
is the to hide it.
That was what I was
Because
saying,
of
that
what
people will
I've
not be
been-
honest again.
Of course, because of what I've been through. So when the next Mr. Right come, I will tell the person the hospital we are going. You understand? If you tell me you have your own hospital, I will make sure I find out. Go back to your own hospital. Tell the doctor what I want as the result when I come. Because opening up to you will still make you leave, and they are wasting this person's time. So it's not nice, because this thing is not her fault.
Well, in case you just tuned in, this is Eagles 102.3 FM Abuja, and you have been listening to the Girlfriend Show right here on Eagles 102.3 FM Abuja. And today's conversation is born out of the fact that this conversation has been trending on X. Now, a young man asked a question that G to G, that is guy to guy, man to man, tell us when you realized you can never marry her. And then this person is at Enogie at just_Lawson_, in case you want to avoid that handle. He said she has PCOS, and that is the reason he did not go ahead with any plans to marry her. He knew that she was no wife material at that point.
Wow.
Now, I'm going to be very honest, right, with my opinion. I think that there are certain conditions that some people may want to say, okay, I don't want to get married to this person because of a condition they have, and it's valid. But sometimes what we call preference today is shaped by our fear, is shaped by ego, and is shaped by our superficial expectations as a society. Because you said something about love, and I totally agree with you. It is because we are misconstruing the meaning of what love is. And some people will say that love is not enough. But I even like it when people say they cannot go ahead to marry somebody because of what the person has. So that it will open doors for another person that will want to. Because as it is always said, there is a man for every woman and vice versa. So if you think you're not getting married to somebody, the person is going to remain single. Except if they don't want to get married, because there's nobody that wants to get married today that will not get married. Depending on if you have choices that are not realistic, maybe that's the one that you will not get married. But if you say today that you want to get married, you will get married. It depends on your choices. So like I said, choices or preference, as we call them today, are just what is shaped by our own fear, our ego, and the superficial expectations of the society. Because at the end of the day, all of these things don't matter. We've seen cases where people got married as rich people and they ended up poor.
Yes.
We've seen cases where people went into marriage their two legs and it was only one, had an accident and they lost their limbs.
Yes.
We've seen cases where people had their sight at the beginning of marriage and ended up blind. I'm going to give you a very good example of a Nigerian couple. They are celebrities. We do not like to use celebrities as a yardstick because we do not see what goes on. But at the same time, I also feel like it's very important that we talk about the ones that we see that are commendable. We all know Auntie Joke Silva. She's a veteran actress, and her husband Olu Jacobs. They have been together for decades. The man was very strong from even 20 years back and even from 15 years back. But right now, he even struggles to recognize his wife. So are you telling me that because at this point the man is struggling with his mental health to recognize even his family members or even someone as close as his wife, and the woman is still very young and looking beautiful, she's supposed to pack her bags and go because now the man is suffering with a challenge? So today you are married to somebody, the moment they cut their leg, you now amputate their leg, you now set up and go because the marriage is over. Now, one thing is, I love the fact that this conversation is even up because it shows how ignorant a lot of us are as a people. Because somebody is saying that PCOS, you will not give birth, then you just say okay. And you know, even when they tried to like educate the guy about it, that PCOS does not automatically mean that you're not going to not give birth, he didn't want to listen, because he feels that so long as you have polycystic ovary syndrome, PCOS, automatically you are infertile. Not forgetting that it is just a disorder, same as even men have their own disorder. So you want to tell me we've had cases where, and there are I see some of the comments on X say that same way a woman will not stay with an impotent man. Is it not still people that we have up to today that are shielding their husbands that are impotent?
You know,
and taking the blame that they are the ones that are infertile. So what are we saying?
When it concerns a woman, that is when
the goalpost is shifted entirely.
That is when it's like this. If it's a man, let's say the man open up to the girl that I am impotent, and she choose to go, everybody will blame her.
Who fight
you
her?
Are leaving you are leaving the man that because he's impotent.
You are a gold digger. You will hear kinds of words.
It's not that he cannot perform. He can do everything. He can perform. Just that he's impotent. Can't you people adopt? Why can't you stay?
Exactly. Everybody will know the conditions to give the woman and why she should stay in that marriage.
In that marriage. But when it concerns a woman, they feel everything concerning a woman that is that concerns a woman body is
always her fault. Sometimes.
Okay, anything that has to do with childbearing that is not forthcoming is a woman's fault.
It's a woman's fault.
Or a woman has to find a way around it.
That she
and that is why if there is no male child, the woman is blamed. And some people ignorantly do not know that it's the man that contributes the most of what makes a male child.
A lot of people
so if a family does not have a male child, it's the man's fault.
But it's not. It's not the life she lived that caused something like this.
You know, a lot of these things, some people we have believed so many things in the past, but I think that at every opportunity we get as a people, it's very important that we clear the air for people to know that these are certain things in place. I don't have a problem with people making choices, but if you are going to make a choice but not choosing someone because of a thing that they have or a condition, do it from an informed place, not by them say. It shows ignorance. I think we have a call. Hello, good afternoon.
Hi, girlfriend.
Hi. How are you doing?
I am good. How's your Friday going?
Very well, thank you. Let's hear you.
Thank you. So, like, I'm all for people that make choices. Because, like, if you were to marry her now and go and, start disrespecting her when they are already married, it's better that he said it now. But how did you present it to someone? That is my main issue. And you are coming online to say this person has this condition. So now people within their circle already know that this is what she has. So you know how people will start, like, some will ignorantly start avoiding her, thinking maybe they can contact it. So, like, in the first place, he was not supposed to come online and start saying that this was the reason, because there's people that know them. If you feel like, and how does having a sickness make someone like no wife material? I don't get it, because the question was asked that the question that was asked was, what did you see, that guy to guy, what did you see in a woman that made you think she will not be a wife material?
Yes.
How is that not going to make her a wife material? Like, does it stop her from doing being a good person? No. Does it stop her from contributing to the relationship? No. So how is that supposed to be a reason for him to say that she's not going to be a wife material? If he ignorantly wants to say that, see, me, I don't want, because there's too much, there's too, like how you people say, it's always the woman's fault. It's always the woman's fault. Like, cause I think last week there was this post. Last week there was this post about I can't really remember the handle that posted it. It was about this past, about people's past. she was saying that she was awarded. She was awarded when she was little, and now when she told the husband, he started like blaming her when she was a young girl. Like, it's not even when she was older. When she was a young girl, when she was a minor.
Okay.
This was what happened to her. And when she opened up to you, because maybe she feels like you are comfortable, she's comfortable enough to let you know. Like, do they even think that this kind of, like, I watch a lot of documentaries about this kind of women, that this kind of thing happens to them. You see them saying, like, it's like someone took away their soul. Like, they feel so powerless because someone just took something from them that they are not willing to give. So this girl, she opened her mouth and told you that this is what happened to me, and you are blaming her. So, like, when I saw you, I made a comment that, well, a past is past, except when it is except when it comes to women. Then this Otondo does not even know what is the meaning of past, now was attacking me that, well, no one wants a woman, a man that, why do they always feel like it's because women always want men that are married? Who don't like better thing for the sake of God? Then he was saying that it was because if they were going to get married, that a woman should be a virgin if she wants to marry a rich man. How does that make sense? How does that even make sense in your head? So this man is just showing how foolish she is, and in the first place he did not even love her, because if that was what made him, without any thinking, to see that maybe if I can handle it, if I cannot handle it, he just said that, okay, since you have this sickness, I am no longer going to stay with you. Then he's foolish, number one. He's ignorant about it, and thank God she got away from him, because only Lord knows what would have happened later on in life. Thank you.
Nana, always raining the brimstones. Well, thank you very much for always being a very huge contributor here on the Girlfriend Show. We appreciate you. 09073 530044 is the number to connect with us here on Eagles FM. What is your take on this matter? Would you end a relationship that is supposed to lead to marriage because of a medical condition that you have discovered in your partner? And please, we listen, we don't judge. We try not to judge as much as possible. Even though we express our opinions, we will definitely give everyone a chance to say what's on their mind. And that being said, let's see what some of you have got to see here on X. Now, this person is at Sheon Ayomi. He says, very valid. People in the courts are saying it can be maintained and fertility is not an issue, but that's not the point. No one should be forced to cope with any medical condition or situation when they can simply leave. Women leave men for way less reasons. Okay, so it's dependent. I'm now getting it that men are making that decisions based on what women are doing. So are you telling me that you cannot reason for yourself, that you want to now follow the women that you consider to be rational to teach you what part of decision you make for yourself? I see all of you. Now, this person is at Emmanuel UX Designer. He says, why are ladies crying? Women fling men away for something lesser than this. If a woman can reject a man because she has no car or because he is bored, then a man is in the right to say he doesn't want a woman who has PCOS. Y'all stop being disgusting for no reason. So much, so many takes, rather, I would say. Now, this one is at Superboy. Superboy says, if you can leave or not date a guy because of low sperm count, he's short, fair, or black, sorry, you don't have a right to judge his choices, male or female. Let this remind you all of how unfair your standards are and how people did not choose to be created the way they are. Be kind. Okay, I think at the end of the day, it's like you and I thing, a dual thing. It's not just about the male or the female, about the fact that even we, in spaces that people do not get to see, we tend to make choices that may seem a little bit selfish and inconsiderate of other people, how they may feel. Because if you say someone is too short for you to get married to them, they did not create themselves. But at the end of the day, can you marry a short person? Like for me, I've already volunteered myself. I'm already short, so I don't know how it's going to work. So will you not judge me for that choice? So maybe at the end of the day, Enoge has a reason as to why he does not want to marry someone with PCOS. But my problem, like I said earlier, is even if you have to make a choice or even be bold about your choices, it should be from an informed place. Now he's making this choice because he heard that, oh, PCOS, anybody with PCOS does not have children. Even though he has been educated, he's still insisting that that is the case. You do not know, and people are saying that this is not what it is, but he's still very much insistent as to what it is. Well, let's see what Diola says. Sorry. Diola says, while the same Skrill, it's his decision to be selfish with his future partner. It's also important that any lady dealing with PCOS is with a partner who understands it and is willing to work through that phase with them, not someone who will make life difficult for them. Very true. You have to be with someone that is on the same page. And I applaud this lady for opening up and telling the man that, hey, I have PCOS. It's very important. Please don't hide your medical condition. And it's very important that you are doing life with somebody that understands your condition. Imagine being with somebody like Enoge, and then tomorrow he's not judging you for having PCOS that you are not the cause of. So it's definitely going to be like a double pain for you. So
you can see what a lot of guys are commenting. They're even talking about ladies that live.
You see the comparison.
Yes.
Imagine comparing apples and oranges. How is that comparison the same?
You can see they're even talking about ladies that leave a guy because of car. Those things I don't consider it as love. Do you understand?
You can have a car today and not have a car today. You can control these things. But can you control PCOS? Can you control your shortness? Can you control? I don't understand.
A lady leaving a guy because he does not have a car. If this guy even get this car, he go give you the key, say take him. Or is it just to carry you in front seat that he will drop you and carry another girl?
Or that front seat home.
My husband get car.
Why? Okay, when you say a lady is leaving a guy because of because he does not have it, that is not yet a lady. It's a girl, somebody that will leave a guy because of a car. He's still under age, small girl, because somebody like me, if you have a car, yes, it's a win for us because some places that we'll go, we'll use your car. But I'm not with you because of the car, because you are not going to dash me the car. You understand? Just like said, I'm dating this person because his parents they are doing well. The parents is okay.
That's your choice.
That is for you and your parents. What about you? Are you doing okay? There are some people that their parents are doing okay. Them themselves, they are not doing okay because they are collecting allowance. Once allowance stop, you will know that this person is not doing okay. So it's not that one. I don't consider it as love. Being with somebody because the person has a car is not love. So being with somebody to the extent that the person will have the mind to open up to you, it means she really trusts you. It means the relationship must have gotten to some extent, because this is not things that you will just meet a random person and open up to, or you will just go into a relationship talking stage, you now open up to the person. No, this relationship, she has even built it in her mind the way it will be before she choose to open up. Then you now said, because of this, and I'm leaving this person, and leaving this person, you did not just close your mouth. You saw something online, and you also come online to contribute, not knowing that other people that knew you and this girl, your neighbors, everybody that know you and this girl, none of them knew something like this happened, or this girl is with something like this. But you coming online to say it.
But to be fair to him, he didn't mention her name though. He didn't mention her identity.
What about people that
somebody that is your main babe.
Does he have only one babe? That it would be so easy for them to know that this is the babe he's talking about. But like you said, actually there are some things that are better left unsaid. If you guys are no longer together, but a question was asked, and I believe that if he had not said it, we would not be having this conversation here today. True. So it's about the awareness. I think people are becoming more aware of what they want, as much as their choices may be very brash, their choices may be very brutal, but it just shows how brutal life is at the end of the day. Because honestly, there are some type of people that you may not want to get married to as well. But the issue here is for us to raise awareness on this particular disorder, or even other disorders that some people may not know, but and say, oh, because this person, you don't just go to the public and say someone that has PCOS is someone that will not give birth. Everybody will be looking at you like this, because obviously they don't know what this girl or this man is talking about. So I think that as much as you want to make choices, those choices should be from an informed place and not from a very judgmental place. Because if somebody says, I don't want a man without a car because I don't want my children to be trekking to school. So what happened to you getting a car? What happens if the wife gets a car? So you see, I think it's about us asking the right questions when people make certain choices. Nobody's saying you cannot make your choices.
Yes.
But when you make your choice, you should also be willing to be accountable for those choices. When somebody asks them, why did you make this choice? Say it. If you say you cannot marry a poor man, valid. But when they ask you, why you say you can't marry a poor man, what is the justification? You should be able to bring up a justification as to why you don't want to marry that poor man. And I do not know who is going to determine, or what yardstick we're now going to use to know if that justification is solid enough. But definitely, when we reach to that bridge, we will cross it. But for me, like I said, all of these standards that we have as human beings do not really come from a place of our personal conviction. They just come from a place of them say, or we hear say, or society talk say.
Well,
we just need to do better, honestly.
Things like this now, things like this will really make a lot of us, a lot of people keep their personal, keep their secrets, keep things they're supposed to tell their partner.
They would not want to be honest.
They will not want to open up. And
okay. Sorry, we have some messages and we just have to take these messages so that we don't miss them. Okay, it says, let's pick it. It says, hi girlfriends, I think people should freely decide what they can take, especially in marriage. I'm of the opinion that people open up about their health conditions and should be happy the other partner is able to also open up to being ready to go on or not. Marriage no be play. When people accept you from the beginning, chances are there that they would love you better and accept you for who you are in case of all the challenges ahead. Yes, this one is Tina from Lugbe. Thank you very much, Tina. We appreciate you. We see you and we recognize you. Now this one says, good afternoon, Eagles. I like this topic. It is very Natashalistically and consequential. Nobody should pretend. We need true confessions. What you people mentioned is even too high. I can't get married to any woman or a girl that gives birth to any man before. For instance, single mother. I can't marry any woman that is not a Christian. I can't marry any woman that bleached her skin. I hate any woman with excessive makeup. I can't marry a black woman with black skin. I can't marry a woman with fat, or that is a fat woman. Talk more of PCOS. The last but not the least, I can't marry any woman of 30 years that is not financially stable. I am not retired. Retired benefit. Okay, I am not retirement benefits for any high-aged woman. If anyone wants to marry, please vet him or her first before you go to the village. Investigate anybody before marriage. Joseph from Jai. Well done. Joseph decided to be very brutal. So all of these conditions. Kindly send a picture of you. Let us see if all of these conditions actually match. Because tell me, and please, what exactly is Natashalistically? If you can explain, we'll appreciate. But thank you so much. We appreciate you for your comments always, and for always listening to Eagles 102.3 FM Abuja. You make the most part of us. You are the real MVP, and don't take that for granted.
You can see what somebody said. I can't marry.
A lot of conditions.
I can't marry.
So I'm literally not wife material in Mr. Joseph's book.
Another thing a lot of people miss out is, are you the version of the person
what you are looking for?
You understand? You might say, I don't want to marry a woman with kids, a woman that have children. Hope you don't have children. I don't want to marry a woman that does this. Oh, you are not doing
the funny part is that about women
I want to marry a prayerful person.
Are you a prayerful person?
You don't want to marry a black person. Are you not black?
No, probably
Do you know that?
someone that
And
is
you know,
prayerful.
he mentioned something. I don't want to marry. Is it black?
A black.
And you are saying the person should not bleach. This is Africa. This is a black country.
He definitely wants an Oyibo.
Where we are now, you will
Sorry,
say-
we have another comment. Just have to take this one. He says, "Good afternoon, Cassie. It's Uche from Akamata. Hi, Uche." He says, "If the medical condition we have is or life-threatening, will mutually quit responsibly. And before I quit, I have to respectfully let the member of the opposite sex to know the reason why we have to quit, and we can be best of friends for life. The only difference here, we never marry due to the reason known to us. But if the medical condition can be handled and with time we can get over it, then I won't quit. It's a fight we have to fight together for a better tomorrow." But Cassie, a woman is entitled to quit a man who has financial deficiency. It's her choice if that's what she wants. But only time can prove to her if she made an informed decision or not. Because people like to learn in a hard way. Well done, Cassie. Thank you so much, Uche. I think it's the same thing that we have been saying. Make your choices, make your decisions, but they should be informed at the end of the day so that you don't say, "Had I know." I know you guys have a lot to say, but we just have to go for the news. But we'll definitely catch up on Monday with another episode of The Girlfriend Show. You know, it's always a bang having these conversations here. But we'll definitely make a return next week, Monday. Keep a date with us.
The hits for your drive home.
Eagles 102.3. Competitions? They don't exist. With Eagles, you soar.
Any money where I get, I dey flex, I dey go, the best.
My dream is my dream is shopping with the children, my Tigo.
This is Eagles 102.3 News, your number one radio experience you can count on.
Good afternoon, here is the news bits. The National Economic Council (NEC) has deferred discussions on the proposed establishment of state police due to time constraints during its third meeting at the council chambers of the State House Abuja. The council, which held a minute of silence to honor victims of recent violent attacks in Plateau and Benue states, emphasized the growing urgency of addressing the state police initiative amid escalating security concerns nationwide. It would be recalled that the last update on the proposal came during the December NEC meeting, when it was announced that all states had expressed support for the idea. Bayelsa State Governor Duye Diri confirmed that the matter was on Thursday's agenda but could not be discussed due to the limited time available. Governor Diri, alongside his counterparts Abdullahi Sule of Nasarawa, Hope Uzodima of Imo, Biodun Oyebanji of Ekiti, and the Minister of Agriculture and Food Security, Senator Abubakar Kyari, briefed the press under the coordination of the Senior Special Assistant to the President on Media and Communications, Office of the Vice President, Stanley Nkocha. Nurses and teachers in the Federal Capital Territory (FCT) under the National Association of Nigerian Nurses and Midwives and the Nigerian Union of Teachers (NUT) staged a joint protest over the non-implementation of the 70,000 naira minimum wage, unpaid allowances, poor working conditions, and other grievances. Carrying placards with various inscriptions, the protesters gathered at the Nigeria Labour Congress (NLC) headquarters known as the Labour House before marching to the FCT Minister's office in Gariki, Abuja, where they delivered a protest letter to FCT administration officials. The chairman, National Association of Nigerian Nurses and Midwives (FCT) chapter, Jama Maidan, lamented to newsmen that FCT healthcare facilities, particularly primary healthcare centers, have been neglected. Meanwhile, the minister of the FCT on Thursday condemned the insensitivity displayed by chairman of FCT area councils towards teachers, particularly on the issue of non-payment of salaries. The Kano state government has established 4 new agencies aimed at strengthening institutional frameworks and accelerating sustainable development across the state. The move followed the signing of 4 bills into law by Governor Abba Yusuf, as disclosed in a statement by spokesperson Sanusi Bature. The newly established agencies are Kano State Protection Agency, Kano State Signage and Advertisement Agency, Kano State Information and Communication Technologies Development Agency, and Kano State Small and Medium Enterprises Development Agency. According to the governor, the new agency are expected to enhance public protection, regulate outdoor advertising, boost ICT development, and support the growth of small and medium-scale enterprises. Hollywood is set to adapt British author George Orwell's Animal Farm into a feature animation. Animal Farm, a fable, explores themes of authoritarianism, propaganda, corruption, and exploitation in a farm with various species of animals rebelled against their human owners and oppressors, only to encounter increased oppression, inequality, and social injustice by their own kind. The animation cast includes Seth Rogen, Gaten Matarazzo, Woody Harrelson, and Jim Parsons, among others. The animation is executively produced by Harrison and Matt Reeves. Carlos Alcaraz has withdrawn from the Madrid Open on Thursday after the second seed said he was struggling with hamstring and groin injuries as the 21-year-old takes a break to recover from his French Open title defense next month. Alcaraz sustained the injury during the final of the Barcelona Open when he was denied a third title by Denmark's Holger Rune, who stunned the Monte Carlo Masters champion in straight sets. He took a medical timeout during the Barcelona Open final